Here are 12 habits that can hurt your sex life. Number one, skipping foreplay. Now, this is not to be joked with if you want to have a great sex life. All right? This should not be joked with. Foreplay, 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 and much more foreplay. I cannot overemphasize this. And I don't mean 5 minutes of foreplay where you just touch here and there and you're over and done with. You're pushing your way into a paradise. Mbanu, that's not what I'm saying. Give each other quality time for just smooching, caresses. And trust me, if you do it so well, this can even last for an hour before the main course meal. So the sooner we come to realize the fact that builds up to lovemaking makes it a lot better. And it gives faster climax, especially for the woman, the more fulfilling and exhilarating intimacy would be between you and your partner. Look, I can tell you for a fact that there are lots of surveys out there where both men and women have said that, sex lasted longer when they included more types of, stimulation before the main deal. And what makes it much more intense is the quality of time that you spend giving cunnilingus and touching your bodies. So men, learn not to rush out to foreplay with women. You know why? Because the way the woman's body is built, most of our erogenous parts are somewhat, buried or embedded inside of our bodies. Talk about the G spot, talk about the A spot, even the powerhouse. And as such, you have to be gentle and patient to ignite those play buttons in order to get her near her apex before moving on to penetrating her. Until she's really, really ready. By that I mean she's soaking the sheets. Only then can you finish up what you have started. So don't play with your foreplay games. And this goes both ways. Men also have erogenous spots, so you have to take time to discover those spots and stimulate those spots so that they can get, to the point where they're all running crazy because of you. I hope you do get my drift. Now, another habit that can destroy your sex life is when all the time you stick to the same old routine, same old love-making style, same old foreplay, same old patterns, same old positions, all right? Same old spaces. Sometimes a stale sex spell is just a matter of being stuck in a rut. And the truth is that you might have a routine and not even realize it. And you will become so predictable to your mate, and this will eventually lead to lack of, enthusiasm, no passion in your relationship, and then boredom. Worse still, this can lead your partner to cheating. Right? So please mix it up. Try new positions or have it in places or at a time where you both don't usually have it or you both don't usually do it. You can have it when you both are having a shower together, or maybe your partner is in a bathroom having a shower. You could just go in there and have a shower with him, and from there you ignite something and you get it going. All right? Or you could have it in the kitchen where, she's just rustling up something. She's just rustling up breakfast in the weekend. Just go behind her and let her feel your hardness from behind and take her from there. But then again, just make sure that you don't have food on fire that is going to burn. And just have some alternatives. Be creative. This is especially for people who have been married for such a long time, okay? And you both have been in this situation for a very long time. You could almost predict the next move your partner is going to give. So yeah, you definitely need to change your routine ASAP. Now, number 3, the day that you stop watching your waistline, that's the day your sex life begins to die. Believe me. So it's imperative to always take care of your body, your weight. If your scale is beginning to show a higher number than usual these days, because shedding a few pounds could actually boost your performance in the bedroom, especially if you are a guy. While I was researching on this topic, I found out that there's been a study that has found out that men with waistline over 40 inches were more likely to have erectile dysfunction than those with slimmer stomach. And honestly, the bigger your tummy is over your waistline, the shorter it makes your joystick look. because your tummy is covering space and cutting the length of your manhood. So hit the gym, burn those calories, and get slimmer waistline. And this goes to the women as well. All right, it's same for you. When your tummy becomes bigger and flabby, you may not be able to roll over for some new position. You might not even be able to put yourself in, certain gymnastic position. You know what I mean? You may have major discomfort around your waist because you have not been active enough to grease your joints. That's why it's very important. It's very important for you to go to the gym, to exercise all the time. One thing that exercise would do is make you really agile and very energized. You'll be able to switch into positions and take the D as he's giving it hot. You feel me? So go to the gym. Don't be lazy. I know it's really hard. I go to the gym 4 to 5 times in a week. All right? It never gets easy. It never gets easier. Never. It's always tough. But then at the end of the day, when I get home, I'm really energized. I am fit, as you can see. I'm not a fat person, but then again, I like it because it makes me really energized. It makes me really alert, mentally sharp. And so I could take on my day. I could take on my day so good. So it's very important that you hit the gym 4 times, or if you can, 3 times in a week, and you would see the difference from all those years that you haven't been hitting the gym. You get so mentally sharp. And this brings us to number 4 habit that can hurt your bedroom games. You binging on bad foods. It's one thing for you not to exercise. It's another thing for you to feed on bad foods. If you're a junk food junkie, you're doing yourself more harm than good. Of course, we already know this, all right? You are simply filling your body with a lot of refined carbs. You're filling your body with simple sugar that is not good for you. And you're filling your body with saturated and trans fats. And this can actually slow your blood flow and affect how well you can perform during sex. Remember, blood flow is essential for a long-lasting lovemaking session, for the turgidity of your joystick, and for high sensitivity, which ultimately leads to the big O. But taking too much of junk meals, fast food, could potentially reduce your chances of getting all of this benefits. So cut out the junk and go for plenty of fruits, veggies, salad, plant-based protein, fruits, beans. What else do you have? What else do you find healthy? You need to take them, because a healthy eating plan will give you more energy for some action in the bedroom. Number 5, when you eat too much salt, over time, it's definitely going to affect your bedroom performances. Your bedroom games are going to be affected by the amount of salt that you've been taking day in and day out. It's just simple logic, and this is it. When salty foods are, a regular part of your diet, you're more likely to have high blood pressure, which can lower your libido. So you need to steer clear of prepackaged foods, foods that have lots of sodium. And watch how much of salt that you put into your food. Instead of adding too much salt, you could add flavors with herbs and spices, okay? Spices come with, some sort of salty taste. Or you could add more of crayfish if you're from the African setting. Crayfish is more equivalent to, Maggi. Like for me, I use Maggi. But I use a limited amount of Maggi and I use more of crayfish. That could actually help in reducing or cutting down, whatever sodium components that you have in your meal. Number 6 habit that can destroy your sex life is when you're drinking too much alcohol. Yeah, when you're drinking too much alcohol, it could definitely affect your bedroom performances. 1 glass of wine or a bottle of beer might help you relax, but a booze binge can make you crash and burn in bedroom. So men in particular can struggle with performance issues when they have too much of alcohol in their system. So keep your drinking habits in moderation. No more than 1 drink a day for the woman, and not more than 2 glasses of alcohol in a day for a guy if you want to reign supreme in the bedroom. Do you get me? Number 7. Now, you may not really realize this, but when you diss your buddy all the goddamn time, right, you hurt your confidence in the bedroom. I could spend a whole day talking about confidence in the bedroom, all right? Because the messages you tell yourself or you hear from other people about your body makes a huge difference in how you perform in the bedroom and how confident you feel. Especially when those messages are negative, your self-confidence just takes a nosedive. It takes a major hit. And that's why you have to be careful about things that you allow people say about you or your body. So if your default mood is to put yourself down, or you have friends that tell you how badly your body looks like, or your body flaws, or make comparison with the world's beauty standard, you will need to break such habit. You would need to cut off such friends and try to focus on what you like about yourself. You would have to take care of yourself. Spend time with people who make you feel good. Even your partner needs to know this, because boosting your self-confidence is essential if he wants to get the best out of you in the bedroom. All right? And he should not even make jokes of your cellulite or your stretch marks or the size of your body part, because that would invariably translate into the bedroom. So how confident you make your partner feel about their body, even if they do have flaws, goes a long way to making them really confident in the bedroom. So don't you ever mock your mate, all right? Even if it's just even if it's not like you mean it. Don't joke about their bodies. Don't joke about their bodies, all right? Make them confident by telling them the best parts of their bodies that you really do like. Now, number 8, stress can hurt you in the bedroom. All right? Because look, baby, that constant stress and worry would eventually wear you out. Everywhere, every part of you, it will wear you down. So when you flood your body with stress hormones for a long period of time, it will hijack your health and also sink your desire to have sex. So you need to keep the stress level pretty low or out of the door. Especially when you shut the world as soon as you come back home. You just shut the world, forget about whatever transpired outside, and just come into your peace, into your zen, into your world of paradise. And God bless you if you have a partner who gives you peace at home. It will be a lot easier for you. But nevertheless, try to figure out what stresses you out, what causes you to stress. All right, so that you can think about the best way to handle it. It's also going to be a good idea if you make time for regular stress relief, like walking, like taking a walk in the park, going for yoga classes, or just having a good laugh watching Netflix. Do you get what I mean? Now, number 9, when you're too busy, it can affect your performance in the other room. Now, I know that when life gets hectic, sex can sometimes be, the last thing that you think about. As a matter of fact, it's the first thing that you kick off your to-do list. But intimacy in your relationship should be a priority, or else that would be a problem. That's where the problem begins to emerge in your relationship, and you don't even know why your partner gets so upset with you and she nags every now and then. If you can start scheduling sex, could go a long way to help you make sure that you do not even put it off. If you know that you're going to have sex on Tuesday, you'll be mentally prepared all through the day that Tuesday is a day that you're going to have sex with your partner. So mark the time on your calendars and then stick to it. No matter what, you have to stick to it. Except you're sick or except you're bone broken that you can't even do anything. And trust me, you will feel more connected, which will lead to better actions in the bedroom and more time sexually during the day or during the night. It might be even if you planned on having sex 2 times in a week, you might start to see that, you're beginning to increase it to like 3 times a week or like 4 times a week. Okay? Great. Lastly, number 10. If you don't snooze, you would lose your libido. Okay? So, it brings us down to not having enough sleep. Now, some research has found out that women who tend to have more sleep tend to have better sex and more sex as well. And I think that's why women who just gave birth or are nursing their kids or mothers in general don't want to have men disturb them, or disturb the little sleep that they can get because, they've been up all day tending to their babies or just being mothers or just being wives. That's why it's very imperative for men to also lend a helping hand when, they get the chance to. Sleep, because sleep revitalizes your whole body and sets you on the right course to achieving the agenda for the day or for the night. And if sex is part of it, then you're better off getting enough of it before you both get started. All right? So yeah, these are but a few habits that can be detrimental to your sexual health or to your sex life if you don't correct them now. Okay? So I do hope that you learned 1 or 2 things. Until my next video, do stay safe and love deeply. Mwah.